Awful.
Excuse me. Okay.
I mean, I will say this. I think the ship has sailed for the best reality shows, but that's what you think of all time? You think better than the Osbournes? Better than
Love
Nick
the Osbournes.
Lachey, Nick and Jessica?
Okay, let me backtrack. Can I backtrack? Well,
Yeah,
I guess
it's
Simple
just
Life
like,
is,
no.
well,
Simple Life,
Osbournes
first
was
of all, the Simple Life the first time was great. This rerun that they did, I mean, it hasn't gone anywhere.
the Osbournes was fucking brilliant.
Ah,
Brilliant.
greatest
Oh,
movie. Ah, ah.
I don't know. The Hills, I maybe I'll rethink selling some. I'm not rethinking Laguna Beach, The Hills. I knew. Spidey, I fucking knew. I never doubted you. We had our Drina Patridge on this podcast, Jason Waller. I'd love to just sit here and never talk Housewives again, and we could just rewatch every minute of The Hills and Laguna Beach. Spencer and Heidi in real life, always, always wonderful. Krista Cavallari, wonderful. Now that Lauren Conrad, I might sing a different tune to that one.
The Kardashians, when it first started with Bruiser. Oh
Brilliant.
Scott, Bruiser. Oh my God. Are you kidding? There's like
Love.
none of these shows today could even hold a candle. They can't even hold a candle. And even I would argue back when 90 Day Fiance, when
Mm.
90 Day Fiance and 90 Day Fiance is in season, we're coming up on season 11, but season like 6 hit its stride. I mean, that's some of the greatest television of mixing these Americans that are trying to marry somebody from abroad. Like now it's jumped the shark. Now it's like now they just announced they're doing their first throuple for 90 days. It's like, give me a fucking break. Nobody cares. No one believes that you're in a throuple. No one believes this will last.
You
It
know
jumped
what's
the shark,
also
but it was
one of the greatest shows that has ever existed? We started last weekend on Patreon, behind the Velvet Rope Patreon. Most of you guys are on the Patreon, and I truly, truly, truly thank you for that because I can't keep the doors open otherwise. But we are doing full recaps well, quickly as part of our weekly Saturdays of the best reality show ever right now. It's called The Traitors. Phenomenal, phenomenal season three.
what?
Everybody watching The Traitors that wants to hear what we have to say every Saturday on Patreon. We're not just doing that. We're doing the Beverly Hills recaps. We're doing a lot of other things, but Traitors is officially part of our Patreon for the season. I got to tell you,
Yeah.
I've done it. I'm not going to give away spoilers. You have to join the Patreon to talk about Traitors with me. You can leave comments. I answer comments. Someone's like, God, you answer all the comments. It's Patreon. What do you expect? I've said it on Patreon. Here's a little sneak peek. I'll say it here. I think I might have said it with you last week. I officially am on bended knees apologizing to Robin Dixon. I apologize for the past 8 years.
You
I
love her?
apologize. She's phenomenal. Phenomenal. Great. Dorinda forgot she showed up to play a game and she opened that, Yappa. You ever hear Dorinda's Yappa? She's long gone, that Dorinda. She was the first one voted off. She has a Yappa and she opened it. It's like, girl, shut the fuck up. You're with fucking Boston goddamn Rob. I mean, Boston Rob has more gameplay in the first minute he opens his little beady eye than you do all day, Medley. So just shut up and pay attention. She's upset that she did this. I like Dorinda. And then she got voted off. Girl, you gotta play nice. You gotta pretend that you're a nice woman, right? But this Robin, oh, Chriselle has read Tom Sandoval for filth. The editors are pro Ariana. She's like, who is the traitor? Well, a traitor's a lying cheat. And I'm best friends over here with a woman named Ariana Maddox, and it's you, Tom Sandoval. Mr. Sandoval was sweating under the pits. So, Robin Dixon on Patreon every Saturday, everyone. We are covering the traitors. I love it, Sarah. I love it. I love it. I love it. Better than any housewives
Okay.
that's on right now. Love it.
Okay, got it. Got it. Got it. All right. Look at you. I didn't
Yeah.
know about Miss Dixon.
Oh, she's Robin. Girl, I am so sorry. She's doing good, this Robin. She got something. She's not afraid. She's not grandstanding. She is just, girl. I mean, the rumor is, Candace couldn't do it because she was pregnant, so they got her. Lindsay
Yeah.
Hubbard rumor was pregnant. They got Sierra. Speaking of Miss Dixon
Yeah.
and Miss Darby have been talking, and Miss Jizzy Jizz, the Gista. They've got a lot to say about Miss Hugo lately. Talk to me.
A lot to say. Well, first of all, Miss Darby was recently on Watch What Happens Live commenting on the video.
Hmm.
you're a lawyer. You give us the insight. But Miss Dobby said they were shook by the video. The way that Karen and the lawyer had gone around town saying that Karen would be found innocent, everything would be expunged, that they had no idea that the video was as bad as it was. And they just don't understand. They don't understand. Ashley said something's not adding up. Something ain't right because what? I mean, the lawyer, what criminal lawyer sees that video and goes, "Oh yeah, let's head to trial. You got a great shot." I mean, like nobody. So Darby's like, something ain't adding up. Robin and Jiz were on their podcast. Robin goes, "I'm gonna make a prediction. I think she's going to jail for a couple weeks." Karen Huger in jail around Montgomery County, Maryland.
Hmm.
I think she's going to jail. I think she's losing her license for 6 months. She's going to have a huge fine. I mean, Robin was like,
That ain't so bad. I mean, is she
son,
losing, anyone talking about her losing the RHOP job? Does Robin have a thought on that?
did she? I didn't hear that
No,
part.
I'm not sure. I didn't hear that part either.
I didn't hear that part. I mean, can you imagine the Grand Dame in jail? How do you keep the title of the Grand Dame and you're in the slammer?
Knock the
I mean,
title. Knock the title. That the
I
Countess
don't
can
know.
keep her title, but the Grand Dame might have to give hers up. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
that's true. No, the Countess has been in jail. I forgot that the Countess had that messy. She didn't get. Would she get arrested for public detox or fighting?
Or
I know
was
she
it like also
had.
trespassing? Do you know that I have a shirt? I have an orange shirt, and it has a mugshot of my good friend Miss De Lesseps on it. I'd have to wear that on air once.
She wears it too.
I wore it to a Madonna concert a few years ago, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, your shirt!" People love the mugshot of Mr. Lesseps. All right, Robin. I mean, she can keep the title, the Grand Dame. What do you think? What was Ashley? By the way, looked drop dead gorgeous on Watch What Happens in that episode. She's a good one. What did Andy say? I know he was just talking about Potomac reunion. He had something to say.
She says it was funny, unexpectedly funny.
Oh.
The best reunion since Monique Samuels brought the binder. So good without Karen. I love Andy, but Andy knows how to sell it.
Mm. Did he talk about what his thoughts about the Grand Dame checking into rehab just randomly the same day as the reunion? Did he have that to
Yes, they
say?
they did, but I thought they were very tongue in cheek about it. Like, oh yeah, she's in rehab. I mean,
Hmm.
he says all the right things, right? Great, she needs to get the help she's getting, and yeah, I mean, but yes, they brought it up. They talked about it. I mean, what are you going to say? Like, it's one of those moves, right? Where I think most people, if you're saying out loud what you're thinking in your head, is this is a ploy to save her job. But if you're just going on empathy, it's like, what does it matter what day it is? She's obviously admitting she's got a problem. Hopefully, this is her rock bottom. And it's sad. It's sad to be that in that stage of your life in your 60s and be a roaring alcoholic, if that in fact is what she is. And it's certainly, I mean,